Daryl, truck driving and coal mining aren't exactly jobs of the future.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to kick it off with the news. So, Chuckles, if you would, read them the news.
Ho ho, here we go. Shadow of War's controversial DLC is going free. Publisher apologizes for the confusion. Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment and Monolith have apologized for their handling of Middle-earth Shadow of War 4th DLC, which was created to honor a developer who had passed away last year and will now make the content free to everyone. Those that have already purchased the DLC will be refunded, and to meet the original intent of the DLC, the publisher will also donate to the family of Michael Forgy. Profits from the sale of the DLC were to be donated to the family of Forgy, who had passed away in March 2016 from a rare form of cancer known as glioblastoma. However, the the effort drew criticism after there were indications that a portion of the profits would not go to Forgy's widow and children. According to a new statement from Warner Brothers posted on the Shadow of War community page, the publisher and Shadow of War developer Monolith always intended to give profits from the DLC worldwide to 4D family, but only plan to actively promote this donation in the US. This, it says, was in order to stay compliant with the laws of different territories, as by detailing where the funds from the other territories were going to could have triggered compliance obligations or put us in violations of cause marketing laws in some of 241 territories which the content was available. So, yeah.
That just seems like one big jumbled mess.
I mean, it was a whole thing that happened.
I think I remember looking into that, and it wasn't that much anyway.
Yeah.
It was like $2 for every purchase or something like
I
that.
know.
And it's like, yeah, most of the proceeds were going straight into Warner Brothers' pockets.
That's usually how it works with these kind of things. But I can see where people had a problem with it. Maybe felt a little scummy to them, but, you know, it's Warner Brothers. What the fuck do you expect?
Right?
They're not... They've always had kind of shady business practices.
Yeah, they kind of suck. So...
Except DC, they're pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been on the fence about getting the second Shadows game.
Oh, I'm still going to get it. Even with all the damn microtransactions they're adding to it.
Microtransactions.
I'm going to pay $60 for this game.
Pay to win.
This isn't a free-to-play game. All right?
Well, I'll probably just, wait for it to go down in price, and then I'll pick it up.
You're full of shit. You're going to wait for me to be done with it, and then you're going to borrow it.
Look, are you even buying it?
Yeah, I'm buying
physical?
It. Yeah.
Are you sure? You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Good. So what else is going on in the news this week?
PlayStation boss responds to Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch launched in March, and it's been a big hit, setting sales records for Nintendo hardware. One of the selling points is that it's a hybrid system, allowing you to play on a TV at home or on the go in the tablet-like screen and controllers. Don't expect Sony to imitate the setup for any new gaming hardware it might be working on, however. PlayStation gaming boss Andrew House told Bloomberg that from Sony's perspective, a hybrid-style gaming system does not represent a huge market opportunity outside of Japan and Asia. The folks at Nintendo have their strategy, and that's great, House said. We remain focused around a highly connected gaming experience and also coupled with having a great range of other entertainment experiences so you can reach multiple people on the big screen in the household. The interview also covered dedicated handheld gaming devices like the PlayStation Vita. House said that the system didn't do all that great outside of Japan and Asia, due in part to the rise of smartphones. This is to say, it sounds like a PlayStation Vita successor is unlikely to happen, though it has not been ruled out. The Vita experience was that outside of Japan and Asia, there was not a huge demand, House explained. The lifestyle shift towards the dominance of smartphones as a single key device that is always with you was the determining factor. That is total bullshit on multiple levels.
God damn.
Like, it's not, handheld isn't only popular in Japan. All right. Clearly, the 3DS is what? They're up to like 60 million units out there now. That's not all Japan. All right. There is a lot of 3DS users in America.
Yeah, I just don't think that he knew exactly what he was talking about.
Right.
And they're just like, fluff up Sony, forget everything else.
And it's like, he's blaming the fact that the Vita failed on smartphones when the reason the Vita failed is because of PlayStation. Like, they didn't get enough first party studios working on anything, and they jacked up the prices on the goddamn memory cards as always. This has been a problem since the PSP, and they're still doing it.
Well, the other problem is that it didn't have that much of a library. And what I mean, not the PS2 games, not PS4 or PS3, but it didn't have its own like separate library.
Right.
Like, what games could you play on the Vita that you couldn't play anywhere else? Then look at like the 3DS. How many games are only for the 3DS?
Right.
How many games are only for Wii U, Switch?
Right.
Like,
I mean, I loved the Vita. I thought it was a great system. Mostly the only thing I played on it was Persona 4, though, which was a port of a PlayStation 2 game. But, that game was awesome, so it didn't really matter. But, yeah, I feel like it could have went a lot better for them if they made a couple different decisions. And maybe they should be following Nintendo's lead right now. I mean, they're known as innovators of the industry since fucking 80s, so...
how about the first ever portable game device was called a Game Boy?
Yep.
That thing that they sold a lot of. But no one needs to play handheld games outside of smartphones.
No. And people don't want actual buttons to press or anything.
No. They just want a screen that they can just, gum up with their finger stank.
Fuck touchscreens. Oh my god.
Right.
It's so unresponsive. I don't know why anybody would want to play on a touchscreen. Like, even with the DS, it had buttons at least. There was an option.
Right.
Next, Stephen King on the failure of the Dark Tower movie. Although the big screen adaptation of Stephen King's classic novel has become one of the most It has become one of the most successful movies of the year. 2017's other high-profile King adaptation, The Dark Tower, did not fare so well. The movie was met with largely negative reviews and an underwhelming box office, putting in doubt plans to make further movies and a TV spin-off. Now King himself has weighed in on the film's future. In an interview with Vulture, King explained that much of the problem was the challenges of distilling his epic 10-part series of novels into one movie. The major challenge was to do a film based on a series of books that's really long, about 3,000 pages, he said. The other part of it was the decision to do a PG-13 feature adaptation of the books that are extremely violent and deal with violent behavior in a fairly graphic way. Nevertheless, the writer is happy with the end result, stating, "I gotta say, thought screenwriter Akiva Goldsman did a terrific job of taking a central part of the book and turning it into what I thought was a pretty good movie." As far as the TV version of The Dark Tower that is currently in development, King revealed that if it happens, it would in fact be a complete reboot of the fantasy property rather than a continuation of the story started in the movie. Yeah, that movie was pretty bad. Like, I saw it before I ever read the books, and I didn't even like it then. Now that I've read the books, it's just fucking insulting. Like, first of all, the kid in it, Jake, he was not this important, like, huge plot point. He was a kid from our world that died, and then the Man in Black cast some spell on him or something and sent him to their world, where he was using him to fuck with Roland, the main character. And it worked. So, I kind of saw that coming, though, when I saw the trailer. I was like, there's no way. Like, this just looks really bad.
You just can't take, how many pages was the first Gunslinger book?
The first one was only 300. He's talking total. It's 3,000 pages. But Yeah, they should have just, after reading The Gunslinger, I'm like, why didn't they just do this book? Like, it's the way it's written, it works really well to be made into one movie. Like, it'd be a little bit of a longer movie, but...
I don't know, why can't you just, do the smart thing, and when you have books that are really long and have a lot of story to them, I don't know, maybe contact Netflix
right.
and do a fucking TV show.
Yeah. I mean, Idris Elba already did work with Netflix Studios anyway with Beasts of No Nation, which was actually really good. It's pretty fucked up, though. If you don't really have the stomach for depressing movies, I wouldn't watch it.
I look at your life every day, and that's pretty depressing.
Is it, though?
It kind of is.
I don't play shitty games like Final Fantasy IX.
Oh, my God.
The worst one.
You are the worst one.
It's worse than 13.
No,
and
it 13 is.
13, too.
Oh, my God.
Put together.
You are worse than Lightning Returns.
Oh, why are you going to go there?
Because
that's just uncalled for.
You want to talk shit about me, bruh?
I mean, like, just don't play shitty games, and then I won't have to.
I mean, you could just read the fucking news.
I mean, I'm going to do that anyway, but not because you told me to.
All right, good. Jesus Christ, Summer.
I am not Summer, all right? And if anything, you're Jerry.
Oh, my God.
Nah.
Not Jerry.
I take it back. Jimmy's Jerry.
Jimmy's Jerry.
Morty.
You are not Morty.
Evil Morty.
You're not evil.
No, no way. WWE 2K18 Season Pass and DLC detail. 2K Sports has announced its DLC plans for WWE 2K18. The publisher will offer a slate of additional content for the wrestling game following its release, including new wrestlers, moves, and more. 5 themed DLC packs are scheduled to arrive throughout late 2017 and early 2018, and they introduce many new and iconic wrestlers to the game. The Enduring Icons pack adds WWE legends the Hardy Boys, Beth Phoenix, and the Rock and Roll Express, while the NXT Generations pack brings Aleister Black, Drew McIntyre, Elias, and other NXT stars to the roster. Acceleration pack for $5. Well, players will gain access to all unlockable content at the launch of the game's VC purchasable section, excluding downloadable content. Players can also decide the overall rankings and attribute levels for all playable characters throughout the life of the product. My Player Kickstart pack is $10. Players will gain access to and unlock and boost My Player ratings and attributes made available at launch as part of the game's My Career mode. Players can also unlock all clothing available at launch that provides attribute boosts in My Career. The new Moves pack for $4. You get the Tiebreaker, the Crash Landing Pump Handle, Death Valley Driver, and Swinging Sleeper Slam. I don't know what half of those are. I know Tiebreaker.
Yeah.
But shouldn't that already be in there?
I think
he
the
in the
Pump
game?
Handle Slam may be the Pete Dunne move.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because, I mean, it is like kind of a pump handle downward spiral.
NXT Generations pack for $10. You get Aleister Black, Drew McIntyre, Elias, Lars Sullivan, and Ruby Riott. 2K is also offering a season pass for WWE 2K18. The season pass runs for $30 and gives you access to all 5 of the game's upcoming DLC packs once each one is released. I mean, I'll probably buy the NXT pack, but that's about it. Like, I'm not interested in making my stats maxed out.
Right?
Like, I want to do that myself. That's the whole point.
You don't come in as Brock Lesnar.
No. I want to come in as, like, I don't know, like Neville.
Only Larkin.
Shitty nickname. And, like, he's terrible for the first couple of years. Though he's actually really good, but, they don't do anything with him, so he's pretty terrible.
He is the king of the cruiserweights.
Better than his last nickname.
The man that gravity forgot, Adrian Neville.
Free PlayerUnknown Battleground style spin-off of Fortnite out now for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is still a few months off from its Xbox One game preview release, but players looking for a similar experience can now jump into Fortnite Battle Royale. The standalone mode is available yesterday for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. As in the popular survival game, Battle Royale drops 100 players into a large map armed with nothing but a glider and a pickaxe, with the objective to outlast all the other players. Coinciding with the release of Battle Royale is the game's latest patch. Fortnite's 1.6.3 update rolls out today and introduces several new features, including Battle Royale match types, duos, and squads, 3 new weapons, and supply drops. It also fixes a long list of bugs in both PvE and PvE modes. PvP? Did I say that?
PvP.
Yeah, and PvE.
PvE.
Okay. PlayerUnknown's Battleground developer Bluehole recently spoke out about Fortnite's Battle Royale mode, taking issues with the game's similarity to its own title and the fact that Epic referenced PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds when promoting Battle Royale. We have noticed that Epic Games referenced PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds in the promotion of Fortnite to their company and in communications with the press. This was never discussed with us, and we don't feel that it's right, said Bluehole VP and executive producer Chang Han Kim. He also said that Bluehole is contemplating taking some action against Epic. Yeah, that's not going to happen. They've gotten so much bad press because of this, and it's not going to hurt the game. The game's got like 1 million players right now, which is insane for a game that's not technically out yet.
For a beta?
Yeah, it's Steam's early access. That whole thing. And
Steam being Steam.
Yeah, it's coming to Xbox One in a few months, and we don't know if there's ever going to be a PS4 release. So not only is this game, it's free, and it's beating its main competitor to consoles and to PS4 even if it never comes there. Like, that's insane.
That is kind of insane.
And they're salty about it.
I mean, I bet they have 1 million players because they're like, how gimpy is this with 100 people on a map with 100 different internet connections?
Right. It's an extremely popular game. I'd play it if it was on a system I cared about, but I am not buying an Xbox just to play this game, and I'm damn sure not buying a PC. All right.
That's because you broke.
It's because I'm not a huge fucking nerd like you.
You po.
I am poor, but that is irrelevant to the point I'm trying to make right now.
I think it's extremely relevant.
Why you always bringing up old shit? Like the fact that I'm broke. New Dragon Ball FighterZ trailer shows off Tien and Yamcha's moves. Bandai Namco isn't keeping anything from its Dragon Ball fans. Earlier this month, the team revealed 3 new playable fighters in its forthcoming fighter, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Android 21, Yamcha, and Tien. At the Tokyo Game Show last weekend, we finally got to see all 3 in action. The mysterious and Dragon Ball FighterZ exclusive character Android 21 was included in the trailer drop for each of the characters. Both Yamcha and Tien are very different fighters despite being long-running characters of the series. Yamcha, who was once an enemy of Goku, has an aggressive, close-quarters fighting style. He's all about surprise attacks, and of course his Wolf Fang Fist is included in his moveset. Tien is a much more versatile character, however. He's a bit more mid-range rather than in-your-face like Yamcha. He can use both Tri-Beam and Dodon Ray and call upon his Earthling pal Chaozu to use his telekinetic powers to seal his foes. Yeah, I watched a little bit of the gameplay from that.
Yeah.
Yamcha looks fun as shit to play. Like, he's fast as hell and just oh my god. That's what I like about what was it? Atlas is making this, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that's what I like about them. Even if you don't like the characters, they'll find a way to make you play as them. Just
I'm so glad they gave you relevancy.
I'm not Yamcha.
But you are Yamcha.
You know what? I am going to throw you into outer space one day.
I don't know what a Chuckles is, but it sounds disappointing.
I can't wait for this game, though. I think February is coming out.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. I've been kind of excited for it because I know I'm going to be better than you.
You're not, though. You don't understand. I already got a leg up on you.
100% better than you.
I've already played these kind of games before.
200,000% better than you.
I'm going to kill you with the worst character in the game. I'm going to play everybody to find out which one plays the worst and then beat you with that.
I'm going to perfect you.
You're not.
I'm going to perfect.
Are you going to perfect me with Perfect Cell?
That's not even my perfect form.
Maybe if you can pick all three of the same characters, you'll have 3 perfect cells. So that'd be ultra perfect.
Right? Too much perfect.
You'd be going beyond plus ultra. That'll do it on the news today.
Do it on the news?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was fun.
So before we get into the swing of things, I want to ask you one simple question. What have you been playing this week?
Final Fantasy IX.
That's all right. I'll give it a shot once I have a couple extra bucks to buy it.
So what have you been playing?
Whole lot of Destiny.
Ugh.
Yeah. That game's pretty fun.
I can't wait for its 10 years of DLC never to happen.
You know, a lot of that was Activision's fault. Because I was reading this article with somebody who worked at Bungie at the time. He was saying how they were just doing their game, like the way the publisher was promoting it was like they didn't even talk to them about it. So they were promising way too much while they were just trying to finish the game. That's why publishers are unnecessary.
Right.
Like that new game, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice or whatever.
Okay.
They totally just published that on their own, and people loved it.
Yeah, sometimes it just comes down to the creator.
Yeah.
Unless you know the one jack off from Steam, the one that Jim Sterling
got
the cease and desist letter from.
Digital Homicide.
Yeah. People like that should never be in control of anything.
Oh yeah.
But there are a lot of good game creators. Like, I don't know, one of the best that comes into mind, Kojima.
Mm-hmm.
And, we all saw how that happened. Thanks, Konami, by the way.
I bet we're actually going to be thanking Konami for fucking him over so bad he had to go over to PlayStation to make this awesome game that's about to come out.
Yeah, true.
Thanks for ruining this guy's life, Konami, so we could get this amazing game.
I'll laugh if it's all just a game about Konami.
It's all
Benicio del Toro is Konami. The child is Metal Gear Solid or the Metal Gear franchise. And you being the main character is actually Kojima.
Yeah.
Him trying to save the baby. And of course at the end it just grows up and starts doing its own thing and fails on its own.
Right.
So yeah.
It'll be amazing.
So what are you talking about this week?
I think I'll just talk about some Destiny some more.
All right, so go ahead and do that.
Because I've been having a lot of fun with this game. It's I didn't play the first Destiny just because I tried out the beta and I thought it was whatever. Because I could tell the story wasn't going to be great, and I don't get into MMOs, and that's what this game is. No matter what anybody tells you.
True, it is.
But with this one, I don't know. There's just something different about it. Like it just gets it hooks into you. I've been playing. I just hit level 20, which is the cap, but I still need to upgrade my power more, which is like the amalgamation of all the stats of your weapons and armor, and that gives you your power level. Power levels. I just noticed that. Yeah. You cannot, however, get over 9,000. You can get like 300.
It's over 9,000. Why Vegeta? Because I'm a monkey.
But it's a game that's really easy to drop in and out of.
Yeah.
Like.
And those are the kind of games like they really modeled a lot of that off of Diablo.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
Diablo with guns.
It basically is, yeah.
And that's why I don't think I ever got into it, because that's kind of why I never really got into Fallout.
Yeah.
Because it's it's Elder Scrolls with guns. It's the same thing.
I mean, the influences of the story is different, but I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, the stories are different, but what do you do in Skyrim and Morrowind and all that? You walk through and swing your sword.
Oh yeah, the gameplay loop's exactly the same. Go find a side quest. Go find items. Rinse, repeat.
Walk miles and miles throughout the game just to like arrive to a town.
Yeah.
I just feel like that kind of thing is lazy. Like jockeying off of something, but basically just creating different weaponry for the game and then keeping like the same game is lazy.
Yeah, and I think a series that does it right, or a company that does it right, is Rockstar, because like you got your GTA and you got that formula, and yes, that formula is in Red Dead Redemption, but it's a completely different game.
Yeah,
like you do completely different things. You got your bounties. You can go be a fucking rancher if you want. Just sit at a poker table for 6 hours, which I did one time.
Well, yeah, and GTA and Red Dead Redemption was completely different though, because I mean GTA was more about breaking the law at every turn that you could.
Yeah.
And, you know, just doing dumb shit like, I don't know, buying a hooker, having sex with her, then killing her for your money, and then some. Like, and then you have Red Dead Redemption where you're kind of more of just like an outlaw.
Yeah.
But while the gameplay, while the fighting to a degree or shooting can be the same, like you're doing two completely different things.
Yeah.
But like between Diablo and Destiny, you are literally just dungeoning.
Mm-hmm.
Like going from one place to the other, finding the dungeons, finding the caves, finding the extra stuff, doing, you know, it's just...
Yeah, your thing with that reminds me of why I don't get into Young Justice as much. Because I watch it and I was like, I'd just rather be watching Teen Titans. Like, can we just bring back Teen Titans, not Teen Titans Go?
Teen Titans Go.
Hashtag cancel Teen Titans Go.
Oh my god. That's a hugely rated show, bro.
That's because they never stop playing it. Like, they play Teen Titans Go constantly.
It's because it's huge.
Yeah. I mean, if you like it, I don't care. It's not for me.
I think that you're putting too much of the... I know what the Teen Titans really were, baby Ben. It's like, yeah, but
that's what they were.
This is like 6 years before the Teen Titans.
But it's not like it's just...
Dude, they're like 12 at the time.
Right, but I don't feel like all these kind of characters with kind of dark backstories should be all fun and happy all the time. Like Cyborg literally got blown apart. Like, that's his origin story.
But that's the thing. They're at that development stage where they're just finally going to start dealing with it because of all the, you know, hormones in their body changing because they're going into puberty.
Yeah, but they're not going to deal with it because there's no drama in that show whatsoever.
Dude, first of all, they laid the path for, like, the future freakouts. Like, you know, Robin 2 in an urn next to a crowbar.
God.
That's dark.
Yeah, but that's just a gag. Like, that's for comic book fans like us to laugh at.
Oh.
It's not what I wanted.
I just think that you're salty because they're actually like preteens.
I'm not salty.
I think you're saltier to the McDonald's fry.
Oh my god. I don't care. Like,
you do totally
I just don't
care.
watch it. That's my solution to the problem.
So how you like in Diablo 4?
Diablo 4?
I mean, Destiny
2? I think it's pretty good. Nathan Fillion's in it.
Oh, yeah.
He's the only interesting character in the game, but it's because he's Nathan Fillion.
I really miss Peter.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you do. Kind of phoned it in.
Did he?
Yep. You know who you got now? The great Nolan North.
Shocking.
Right? Oh, no. It might have been between Nolan North and Troy Baker. Which one's it going to be this time?
I don't know which one should be on the track.
Nolan North's a good actor, though. I liked in Uncharted 4 when it was Nolan North and Troy Baker. That was pretty great.
Oh, no.
You should play that game. It's pretty good.
I don't want to play Bad Link.
What?
I want to play Bad Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Bad Tomb Raider, Bad Link.
Oh, my God.
Like, those aren't the action-adventure games I like to play.
Well, you know what? People couldn't name, like, 2 side characters from the Tomb Raider games. Everybody who's played Uncharted knows who all these characters are because they actually have a fucking personality. All right?
What characters?
Jimmy, why don't you call me when you played the game?
No.
How about that? Then we can talk.
Jimmy's talking shit.
So, yeah. You should go out and get Destiny. Play it. It's pretty great.
All right, I won't do that right
I don't
away.
think you will, but talking to the people. So what have you got for me this week?
You know, other than calling you a bitch, because
I mean, that's a common occurrence.
Here. I think it's time for us to branch out. I think it's time that we start doing the adult thing here.
God damn it.
I know. I don't want to be.
I
don't want to be an adult.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Oh, dude, did you hear that? Like, they're in financial trouble now?
Yes, thank you for that.
Yeah. Thank you, Amazon, for convenience. But,
the reason Toys R Us is in trouble is because they overcharge for everything.
Yeah, and it's not really cool anymore.
Yeah.
But, so anyway, I think it's time for us to start doing our own videos.
Yep.
Like, I mean, we'll still have the weekly shenanigans, but...
Obviously. This ain't going anywhere.
Because, algorithms from YouTube will keep them happy.
Right.
Because, I mean, at one point, we're just going to be strapped to the wall during the show. Like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to... But,
That actually reminds me, the whole runtime thing. That guy I watch, Boogie 2988. His Francis character one time, he's like, well, YouTube says the video's got to be a certain length of time, so he just talk shit for like 2 minutes and then pulled out his 3DS and started playing for the rest of the video. And it was like 10 minutes that he was just playing his 3DS.
They do offer like weird things, like don't have your video more than 2 minutes, and it's like, right. But how the hell do you get any information across?
Yeah.
And it's like, welcome to my top 5. Now, my top 5 is Dragon Quest 4, Dragon Quest 3, Dragon Quest 2, Dragon Quest 1, Dragon Quest 0. All right, we're good. Bye. Like, what the fuck just happened to me? Speaking of top 10s, I'm actually working on a top 5 right now.
Fuck yeah.
I have one of the regular viewers, actually. I was talking with him, and I gave him the script for him to proofread because I'm good at the ideas, but when it comes to the actual editing, as you can tell from the videos, it's subpar.
Yeah. As I was talking with you, I've been thinking about doing my own thing, too.
Well, what you doing?
Doing some My Hero Academia. Still in the planning stages right now, but I'm hoping within the next month or so, we get that rolling.
Yeah, I actually, like I said, I'm working on a top 5 list, and I am also starting to work on a trailer for non-subscribers, and it's going to be amazing. Mm-hmm. Especially, because, like, when I look at it, I just think Full House would be proud of us. Shoot it, bop, bow, bow.
Burn out.
Also thinking about CSG Does Foods, and I think we're going to be kicking off a video with that soon. We have a couple other people ready and willing to go, like, of course, CJ for Brainstorm, and was it In the Perspective of a Stork? Something like that. We're going to have our first female lead host person, and she's going to talk about the effects of diseases and how they affect families and stuff like that. Like, I believe the first topic may be of Alzheimer's. So it's going to get, kind of upsetting to some people, but, it's just in the perspective of the host. Because I believe that she is going through that with a family member. But enough of that teaser, because it's probably going to be amazing. Somebody brought up to me last night that maybe we should, ask the people, like, what the hell do they want to see?
Right.
Like, do you want to see top 5, top 10s? Do you want to see breakdown videos? Do you want to see us failing at video games? Because Chuckles is going to be there all the time. Oh, yeah.
I would love to do a series of me playing, like, the hardest games in existence and just failing miserably at them.
I would love for you. I mean, it's kind of like the standard-ish right now of fail games. But I would love to see me hook up my Wii U here and put in Mario Maker and just have you go through the custom levels.
Oh, God. I've seen some of those. They're nightmare fuel.
Dude, they're crazy, man. Like, the Germans,
Oh, my God.
when I was playing it, the Germans had the worst levels. And I don't mean, like, the worst, like, those things sucked. It's like they were the hardest levels to beat.
Yeah.
Because they just took their time and, like, giving a big middle finger to everybody.
Right.
It was ridiculous. But, yeah, like, we want to know, like, what the hell do you want to see us do? Because we're kind of, like, in that growing stage of just being like, what should we do?
Right.
Like, what the hell do people want to see? What do people not want to see?
Just throw everything at the wall, see what sticks.
Right? I mean, right now, this show is more or less hey, this is our weekly show. You know, we just ramble on about pointless shit. But, it would be nice for us to get some feedback to go, oh, we should definitely do this.
Yeah.
Or a lot of people are saying, hey, we really want you to do, like, random stupid Vine videos.
Right.
That's fine. Because I'll just have the camera in my hand and we'll have fun.
Right.
There's so many nut shots.
No nut shots.
Whoever holds the GoPro is allowed to give nut shots.
Sweet.
But yeah, we're working on some things and some stuff. Wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. Just amping up to bring you more diverse content, because we're pumping out content pretty good right now.
Yeah.
But it's kind of the same thing.
We want to pump up our numbers. We're making rookie numbers right now.
We're going to pump you up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So, yeah. I think it's time that we grow.
Yeah.
Also, we're thinking about starting to do, I don't know, possibly like just kind of hanging around bars and stuff, because there's a cool bar in Cleveland, Lakewood, called a 16-bit. It's a beercade. Now, what a beercade is you drink beer and liquor and play on old, like, arcade cabinets, like those type of games. It's fun.
Still haven't been there.
It's cool because there's, in the time that it's been open, they've had, which is like 2 or 3 years, they haven't had, like, really any fights there.
That's good.
Everyone just gets drunk and plays video games.
Right.
I mean, how can you be
A bunch of nerds.
right? Nerd.
Just happy to be able to go drink and see their people.
But yeah, and it's a cool place, and so I don't know. I'm thinking that we're gonna start skyrocketing here soon, because we need to. We need to let the people know that we're gorgeous.
So field trip?
Field trip. Oh, Jimmy's excited because he heard alcohol.
Yep. What? Booth?
What? Huh? I was just sleeping, guys. What? So, okay. So, but yeah, if you have any suggestions or if you want to see something, you can always comment below. Subscribe. Yeah. So, comment below and subscribe and all that. But, we have a Facebook. You can message us and like us on Facebook and message us on Facebook. Message us on Twitter. We have an email, chairshotgamers@gmail.com. And hopefully I'll get an actual graphic of that up here on the screen this week, because I've been kind of lazy about that.
Nah.
But other than that, I think that pretty much wraps up what we needed to get done today. And we have more stuff to film.
Yep.
So, as always, I'm Johnny Homicide.
I'm Ryan Dudley.
And this has been Chairshot Gaming. Wow. This has been another episode of Chairshot Gaming. Thank you for watching.